As I was walking on this hike, I started to just think about my life, think about my childhood and how when I was 5 years old, I would drive in the car with my mom, roll the window down, and feel like the sun was only shining on me. Now, of course, the sun shines on everybody, but in those moments when the sun was on my face and I was smiling, I felt like something special. It felt like the sunshine was mine and that the sun was only shining on me. And I forgot about everybody else for a moment and just enjoyed that feeling of the sun glowing on my face. As I get older, I often think of those little moments, and to me, it's kind of a picture of God. And though He shines His light on all of us, He uniquely shines His light on each and every one of us individually. As I go for this hike, it was my alone time, my time to get away from all the noise, get away from all the city, of the busyness, even just the day to day that comes from being a father and raising a family, and just spend some time alone, enjoying all that God's created, being by myself so I can spend some time with the Father. I don't know what brought you here. I don't know why this is the video you decided to click on, but I feel like God's brought you here for a reason. And so, if that's you, you're wondering, like, I don't even know God, or I feel like maybe I know God a little bit, or if you're like me and you feel like, God, I just sometimes I feel so guilty for not speaking to you. I feel so almost as though I'm the one saving myself when I'm reading the Bible, when I'm not staying in your word. I feel like am losing my heavenly kingdom throne. And it's just not the case. I know, Lord, that your grace is sufficient enough for me. I want to be a friend of Jesus. I want, Lord, for your spirit to dwell within me and that I would feel it on a continual basis. You said, my sheep hear my voice. And which is sheep, Lord, trying to hear your voice. Maybe this year hasn't been your year. Maybe it's been hard. You maybe have lost friends or family, or maybe your job has been not going the way that you want it to be, or maybe you lost your job and now you're working at a place just to make ends meet. This video is just going to remind you that God has you exactly where He wants you. Kind of just my testimony, how I've been a witness to God being faithful even when I was faithless, and how His timing has always been better than my timing. I can remember a time when I had lost my job and I didn't know exactly what I was going to do next. I had some ideas, I had some things in mind, but I knew that they weren't any guarantees. What happened was I started thinking back over my life and how one thing led to another, and how chapters had to close for new chapters to open. And it just reminded me that I've been in this situation before. And so wherever you're at in your life, I want to remind you that you have been in a situation like this before. It might not be the exact same. It might not be you lost your job. It might not be the relationship problems that you're having, but you've been through tough times where you thought there's no way out. And yet here you are. I want to remind you that if you feel like you've done it by yourself, you feel like you've had to struggle all alone, that God has been by your side every step of the way. And even when I was faithless, He was faithful. Even when you feel like you're struggling and you feel as though nobody else sees you, I want to remind you that your Father in heaven, our Father, He sees each and every one of us individually. And just like the sun shining on me when I was a little boy, His light shines on you. And so I just pray, Lord, that who's ever listening to this, they would feel the comfort in their hearts. They would feel your spirit come among them. And again, you said, my sheep hear my voice. And so I pray that they, us, your sheep, would hear your voice. It'd be silly for me to think that this video is going to completely change your life, but it might be the stroke you need. That might be the stroke I need when I go through one of those tough times, to get back to this video and remind myself that I've been here before. And He who has begun good works in me will see it through. Thanks, guys. I love you.